What have you done for me lately? Dun, 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 dun. Ooh, yeah. Dun, 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 what have you done for me lately? Dun, 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 dun. Ooh, yeah. So I mean, if you're looking at the setup right now, we are in the process of moving buildings. So we got big news coming soon, right?
I mean, you just told him.
God damn. hey yo. What's up, it's your boy Lonely Mosi, aka King Mosi, aka God Dog Sound out here, my cousin.
Oscar.
We here with another You Good Digital podcast. I done started already, and I kind of...
You broke the news.
I didn't break the news, though.
You didn't,
I didn't really break the news.
We're in the process of moving.
We're in the process of moving.
Yeah.
Yeah, but we ain't really told them, where or what, like...
We ain't going to tell them where.
You sure?
I'm positive.
Okay, well, you got that on lock.
Unless they come in to help us make some money.
That's what I mean. Like,
yeah.
you tell people that's going to, like, come slide.
But we ain't going to just put it out on the air.
Yeah, no. We're not putting that on the air. We just don't want random people coming up and saying, how you doing today? Nigga. Oh, I'm going to stop cussing, cousin.
Oh, don't you order? That's like a quarter.
Is the N-word considered a cuss word, though, technically? Or is it just a word that white people can't say?
For the purposes of this show.
Look at us. They don't know the struggles of this podcast. They don't know the struggles of this podcast.
Hey, we are looking for interns.
Let me get you on there you go.
We're looking for interns. If you want to come learn about cameras and cinematography and videography on the free and get some experience with quality equipment, let us know. You could be intern.
Or even if you want to just get some information on, content creation.
Right.
Oscar, of course, he does all the video production and the setup and everything, and then I do the editing on the background and some of the ideas and the branding of the companies thus far. So if you want to come in and be an intern and pick up some game, let us know. You know what I'm saying? But what was we saying, Cuddy? What was you saying before?
My arm's all off the camera.
That's all right. So is mine. We ain't gonna be here no longer than today, so it don't even matter. We ain't gonna be here no longer than today. So what was he talking about?
I have no clue.
Oh yeah, it's gonna be one of them.
It's gonna be one of them nights.
One of them nights. Oh, okay. All right, cool. So all right, let's get straight into it. So I got a question for you, Cuddy.
What's up?
I was scrolling. I was moving. I'm actually not. Not only am I moving my house.
Yeah.
We moving.
The studio.
I saw a piece of paper that I wrote earlier this year. And I had some goals.
Yeah.
And I looked at them.
Yeah.
And, we only in October.
Yeah. You hit all of them?
Hey, cousin, I got, actually all of them.
Bruh.
I actually got, your boy hit all of them. I hit all of them. I mean, and granted, they weren't like the biggest goals in the world.
Don't devalue what you did.
But listen,
okay,
every milestone
right
is important to get to where I need to be.
Yup.
So the fact that I hit every milestone just lets me know that I'm in the right direction. Right. You know what I'm saying? Like sometimes it's not just about the overall goal. I want to be this. I want to be this right now. Because it's going to take those steps and it's going to take that route and that trial and error to be able to, one, appreciate it when you get there. Mm-hmm. Two, it's gonna give you you get a benchmark. It's like a benchmark for, okay, I'm here. All right, cool. All right, I'm here. All right, cool. I'm in the right place. I'm in the right time. This and that. So I appreciate myself. I want to give myself a pat on the back and a congratulations.
Give that man a round of applause.
Yeah, I need a raise. God, I need a raise.
Give him another raise.
Alhamdulillah. So I wanted to ask you, cousin, did you hit any goals this year in 2023?
I'm just gonna say yes. Well, actually, yes. So I didn't write as many personal goals as I should have, but I'm in corporate America, so they made some goals for me.
Yeah.
That I had to hit.
Yeah. And what was that?
To keep getting paid. I can't actually say them on air.
Get paid, young nigga. Get paid. I get paid, young. I get paid. Shout out.
Yeah, I can't actually say all the goals for my company on air because
Please don't.
I like being employed.
Right.
But on a personal note, like where we are with this podcast was like one big thing for me, right?
Yeah.
The LLC.
Yeah.
Got the trademark in the works, getting a space for it.
Yeah.
The setup, like we went through a lot of work to get the setup and trial and error to get like the audio tight, to get the camera angles, to get all that together, and then also even covering the events.
Right.
Like just everything we're doing with the company has been like a goal. And then I shot a short this year, so I should have both my shorts, God willing or whoever you believe in willing, finished by the end of October. Hopefully no later than November. And so like just I got a lot of good things going on, and I haven't even like locked in yet.
Ain't that a beautiful thing?
Yeah.
It's like you just like you progressing slowly. I think what you working on, I think what you're going through right now is you have an idea, like I said in mind, like you have an idea where you want to be and the goals, the bigger goal you want to hit, and you don't realize that you're hitting the smaller goals to get to that point.
And like one of the things I got to do is like write out more of those smaller goals. Like look at where that end goal is and say, all right, here are all the things I want to accomplish along the way that will get me closer to here.
All right, what is one thing you want to accomplish in 2023?
2023 or 2024?
No, nigga, 2023. We still got
we still got like 3 months left, huh? All right.
Or technically, yeah. Well, I mean, what's the
like?
Yeah, 3.
Two and a half.
We ain't even halfway there yet.
Yeah,
we got
like
3.
2.75 months.
2.8.
2.8 months left. Yeah. For the rest of 2023, man, that's tough.
That's 90 days.
I know.
Give or take.
What can I accomplish in the next 90 days?
I don't know. Let's figure it out.
You know what?
Let's figure it out.
Can I table that and bring it on the next podcast?
Let's do that.
Yeah, I'm gonna table it.
We'll table that.
And that's gonna be one of the first segments. Goals for the rest of the year.
All right.
We should start doing quarterly goals.
I'm with that.
Do like a check-in?
Yeah. Ooh, call the check-in.
The check-in?
We own something. But anyways, yeah, a lot of people don't realize this. Like we always mention that this podcast stuff is kind of hard. And it was crazy is we've been so focused on the actual setup and the foundation of what we building, we haven't even started really promoting yet.
We ain't started promoting. We ain't started really putting in work on the content part of it yet.
We just been
when we start getting that formula together.
Oh, it's gonna be crazy because we're gonna have a foundation that's so strong. It's gonna be like, this is what we are. This is what we do. This is how we set up. Let's get it.
Yeah, and the quality of the production is there, right?
Absolutely.
So once we get the content behind it, like really get it strong.
It's not the content. We got the content.
Right.
Once we get the marketing.
Yep. And we're bringing somebody on for that. That's in the works.
You feel me? Hey, shout out to my dog. I ain't gonna say his name. We're gonna make an announcement later.
We're building a team, man.
We're gonna do an announcement. Shout out to both my dogs that's involved. Shout out to Felix. We already talked about Felix. Felix does all the graphics.
Appreciate you.
Yeah, that's what I want to do for our studio. Print out those graphics, and then
that's
put them
gonna
up on the wall.
That'd be hot.
Yeah. So let's get into it.
What are we talking about?
My phone. What are we doing? I'm chewing this gum. We got listeners.
Hella hard.
I was gonna say something. We got listeners.
That's Long Live Mosey right now.
So
troll Live Mosey trolling with the gum tonight.
So I know we mentioned talking about Jada Pinkett Smith last pod, and she posted her and him dancing to Will Smith's song around Will Smith's birthday. She posted it twice. To there's no need to argue. Parents just don't understand. They was dancing like
They was getting it.
Yeah. So recently, rapper I believe he's a rapper. Keefy D has been charged for the murder of Tupac. How do you feel about that, Cuddy?
I mean, if he did it, good.
He said simple.
Right,
if he did it, good. Well, I mean,
going to jail.
But word on the street it was always somebody named Baby Lane.
Yeah.
Another guy who was I think he was murdered shortly after the Tupac incidents, which I don't think it had nothing to do with each other.
Right.
But he was murdered shortly after, and then everybody blamed him for it. But apparently, Keefy D has been, since he's been out of jail for like the past 10 years, he's been going on interviews, basically laying out the night of Tupac's murder and how it happened. And the hip hop police is always watching. They always got somebody
Big
watching.
Brother is always watching. Like, I Big Brother for my job. Y'all be thinking Big Brother ain't watching. Big Brother's watching. You should stop.
Right, ASAP. You damn near snitching on yourself.
No, not damn. They are snitching on themselves. Stop snitching on yourself. Like, I don't understand it. Why people think it's fun to snitch?
Now, what it is I think is people are so looking for validation. They're looking to prove who they are, so they gotta tell people what's going on, and it backfires every single time.
How about do something where you ain't got to go brag about it? People just know because they know.
Hello. So basically, what Key is, I don't know what interview it was, but I know he's been on Vlad a bunch of times, like kind of like reliving the story. One interviewer said, I saw this video, it blew my mind. One interviewer asked Keefy D, he said, how do you feel about Mike Tyson saying if he was in the room with Tupac's killer, he'll basically beat his head in? Keefy D gonna respond, Mike ain't like that. He really don't want to see me. He kind of was like saying like, yeah, me.
Implying it was him. But like,
and then when that video went viral, everybody was just like, yeah, the dummy snitched on himself. Of course, the police then came in. Sir, you got to come with us. Sir,
hey, let's go.
Let's go. So, one, I did ask you how you feel about,
I mean, look, I think he should go to jail because he took one of the greatest rappers alive.
Do you think that gives closure to like family and friends and even some of the fans?
I think it will give closure to some of the people like really close to him.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I would have to say yes. I don't know like how valid it's gonna be, even if it reopens the wound, right?
Yeah.
Because it's been so long. It's
right.
Like you've come to terms with this is just what it is, and now you got somebody like, all right, well, why do I want to replay this pain? Yeah. I just want to be done with it. How do
you feel about? And it's about to get real tricky here right now. How do you feel about justice? Like the justice system. So
it sucks.
But according to stuff like this, so a street incident happened. Mm-hmm. Nobody was arrested. Mm-hmm. Would you rather the street justice happen, or would you rather the court justice happen?
I mean, that's tough, right?
Not for me.
Well, here's why I say it's tough, right? Street justice is along the lines of that person loses their life, or people close to that person lose their life. That's the real accurate street justice, in my opinion, right?
Well, I mean, we was raised in a different era, so it's kind of like no women and children. If you understand what I'm trying to say.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying? Like,
I get that.
It's more of a
you take care of who took care.
You take care of business.
But
stand on shit.
Here's the crazy thing about institutional justice. We'll call it that, like courts and everything.
Yeah.
You go to jail for 10 years and you come out. The world has changed so much.
Yeah.
And like you look at Shawshank Redemption. Have you seen that movie?
Yeah, of course. With Morgan Freeman. What's the white dude name?
Yeah, I don't know. It don't matter.
He said, "Don't matter."
That was wrong, huh?
Right. Don't matter. Morgan Freeman and whoever else was there.
Whoever else was in the movie.
Right.
But if you look at when the old librarian got out of jail, like he was having such a hard time adjusting.
He ended up, though you can't say it on.
Yeah,
YouTube,
he ended up
going away.
Yeah,
deleting himself.
Yeah, he deleted himself.
Yeah.
That's what the real life sentence is in institutional justice. You go away for so long, and when you get out, stuff is so different on the outside.
Yeah.
It's like
you gotta catch up
if you can.
Yeah.
If the person even resilient enough to catch up
or have people around them to help them.
Yeah, like your life is
Different.
in a lot of ways over. Like
Different.
Like Morgan Freeman said in that movie, he's like, they send you to jail to take away your life and they let you out, but that's what they did. They took away your life.
Yeah.
Like,
well, I mean, it really depends on the
individual.
No, that, but it also depends on the number you got, how many years they did.
Yeah, like
I say 5 years. If you keep in contact with
might
family,
be all right.
Social media nowadays, it's you can pretty much keep. Because I talk to a lot of my friends in jail right now. You know, they've been in there. Some of them lifers. You know what I'm saying? So, and they pretty connected to the world. So it's not like they super disconnected.
But
now.
they connected to the world, but it's still like intangibles. Like you and I might take for granted, like how you turn on a light.
Everyday routine type stuff.
Yeah, like that's just completely different. And us on the outside are us normal folk that aren't incarcerated.
Right.
Because we're there with it day in and day out, we don't even notice the changes a lot of times.
Right,
if you sit back and look at what it was when we were younger to what it is now, everything's completely different.
It's different, man. And then even from younger, it could have been 5, 7, well, I say about 7, 8 years ago, it's different. But let's not get off topic.
Okay.
So street justice, you would rather...
I prefer institutional justice.
Okay.
Because it's you get your life taken and you get out and you don't have a life, and then street justice still might run its course once you get out. So if you get out.
Right. Me, I'd rather just nip it in the bud, and I would rather do street justice. But see, when I say street justice, I mean it in like an organized type of way. Honestly, like how the mob and the mafia used to handle things. Like you bring it to that person, you get that person. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You go to the root of the cause and you handle that. You know what I'm saying? Well, go ahead. What you about to say?
What was interesting with that though? He might go to jail and still get street justice.
Oh yeah. You're gonna be one of the most hated.
Yeah, like
sure. So, people they gonna want that.
And guards, if they don't protect you,
they gonna look. There's a lot of things that I heard about jail. That some people glorify it, and then on the back end, it's like I don't know why people glorify it so much because it's so treacherous in there. It's really the trenches. You know, like when they talk about people spitting, you gotta worry about people spitting your food, poisoning your food, throwing feces on you, poking you up while you sleep. You know what I'm saying? Like, there's so many things you gotta worry about in jail that we don't gotta worry about on a daily basis here.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But me, like I said, personally, I would rather have street justice.
The most ideal circumstance, incarceration with street justice.
Just torture that man for life, huh? Hey. I shouldn't be promoting that up here, but that's just, I'm not promoting it, but that's just how I feel. You know what I'm saying? Because like for me, I feel like if you, let me not say too much on this goddamn mic.
All right, it's gonna be like that.
Let me not say too much on this mic.
The 50 Cent song "Heat." The DA could play the tape in court.
Man, they gonna play they doing that nowadays with music. The Young Thug, they play his music in the
courtroom.
In the courtroom, hell yeah! I ain't gonna have it with me. Not me. You ain't gonna be playing my podcast back to me talking about. Do you remember on episode 37 you said XYZ? I'm gonna be like, nope, Mr. Officer Man, I don't know not a damn thing.
You be like, that was my AI stand-in.
This nigga taking it hella far. That was my AI stand-in. So I'm gonna play this video that you sent me.
Okay,
is that cool?
Yeah.
Let's go from here.
Write for Marvel Comics because they somehow found me because I did great work and they chose me and found me. That's not what happened. The thing about me is I'm not scared of people telling me no. I went on Fiverr.com and I paid someone like $30 to find the email address of the CEO of Marvel. I got the email address and I emailed the number 1 person and number 2 person over at Marvel. And I was basically like, hey, this is who I am. This is what I've done. I want to write for Marvel. And they didn't respond. I was like, all right. Then randomly, a year later, I get an email from an editor at Marvel asking me to write a story. You think that happened by accident? Stop waiting for your dreams to come to you and start going to get them. You're going to get a lot of no's and rejections and people ignoring you along the way. But it only takes one yes. So after I got to write a story in Wakanda Forever #1, I messaged the #1 person at Marvel and I said, hey, thanks. You know what he said? Sorry, it took so long to make this happen. Be aggressive with your goals because the gap between where you are and where you want to go can literally kill you inside.
Oh man, shout out to her.
It's a lot to unpack with that one.
It is a lot to unpack with that. He said, that almost gave me goosebumps. Sorry I took so long. But what's crazy, he was like, probably looked at her work.
Yeah. Oh,
and he said, I got something for her.
Right.
But it's not right now.
Yeah.
But how do you feel about that video, Cuddy? You sent that to me, so I know you want to talk about it. Let me get your thoughts on it. What's going on?
So, like, one, she talks about being bold in there. You just got to go for it.
Right.
Jump in and see what happens. But I think where what can be misconstrued with that is, oh, if I just try, it'll just happen. No, this person had
purpose.
Not only a purpose, but had the work to back up the purpose, had the content to back it up. So when she went out to make that effort, she already had her credentials ready, right? Yeah. So when she says your dream's not going to come find you, I think she was talking about in the sense of just because you're good at what you do, don't mean you're going to get discovered.
Right.
So sometimes you got to force that discovery on, or you got to push that needle forward yourself. But I want people to understand you got to have the work to back it up. If you don't have the work to back it up, you'll go reach out to that person, they'll look at it, and you just wasted an opportunity.
Right.
She didn't waste her opportunity. She took hold of it and was like, yo, this is what I'm about to do. I got the work to back it up. I'm going to go ahead and send this email.
Yeah.
And I think if she didn't have that work to back it up, they would have laughed at her, deleted the email, and never sent her a story. But she had the work to back it up. And I follow her. She's like written multiple books and everything before she got to Marvel. So she has the credentials. So it's like chase your dream and along the way create the credentials to chase your dream.
Understood. Now, that was a good one. That was a mother. Give me some. You did that. Oh, it's hard to come after that. Pause. I'm gonna say this. I feel like this is a perfect example of when hard work meets preparation.
Yep.
Oh, that was a good one. Hold on. Give myself a little credit on there. This is a perfect example of hard work.
Let's go ahead and make that graphic.
Yeah, when hard work meets preparation. This just kind of reminds me of. I listen to you a lot. You're my big cousin, and I listen to you a lot. I will give you a credit. Look at how cheesy it is. Shit. Remember when you was buying all those cameras?
Yeah.
And I was like, why do you come to my house with a new toy every time I see you?
Right.
You was like, not only do I like buying cameras, we're going to need this stuff when we get our spot and when we blow up.
Yeah.
And you kept saying that. And I just laugh at you like, all right, I'm not laughing at you. I'm laughing at the situation because I'm like, in my head, this nigga is spending a lot of money on cameras. I'm like, all right, if you got it, go ahead. But this reminded me of that. We got the cameras. We got the mixer. We got the mics. We got everything that we needed, the professional stuff, not just the podcast kit you can get off Amazon, which we not knocking.
Not knocking.
You got to start somewhere. But you went out and prepared for what we're going to be, which is when we move into this, you know what I'm saying?
When we move into the spot and start producing podcasts for everybody in Sacramento.
And that's the next move. But that's kind of what this reminded me of. She had the work. She didn't wait for somebody to come find her. She paid the little $30. Hey, I need you to go find. I want to work at Marvel. I need somebody to go find Fiverr. Apparently, you can find anybody on Fiverr. I thought it was just graphics and websites. Again, apparently, you can get private investigators.
Go find this person's email.
Right. So they found the #1 and #2, like she said, and emailed them out. This is where I love the story. I know I'm rambling, but this is I love the story. She didn't stop after she didn't get a response. She kept going with her work. It wasn't like she was discouraged. She kept going with her work, and then when she got the call, she was I almost cussed. She was ready. She got the call and she was ready. So she had the work, put in the work, reached out, didn't get an answer, kept going, got the answer, got the, hey, can you do this for us? Sent it back, booked.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? Like, a lot of people would get discouraged after not hearing back. Am I good enough? XYZ. But for me, it's just like, sometimes you just got to keep going. Even with us with the YouTube channel, like, we know what we need to work on to push this a little bit better, and it's going to happen. But even within, it's like, okay, our videos don't get all the views. We should be blowing up. We should be viral by now. We should be this and that. If we thought like that, we would have stopped. It'd be hard. We'd have stopped. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, I just thought that was cool. I thought Shorty hit the head on the nail, hit the nail on the head with that one.
Yeah.
So you got any?
No, I mean, I just on the camera thing. Like, yes, I was buying the stuff for preparation for when.
Look at it. He trying to justify it again.
Well, not only when we moved to the studio, but the other part of it too is like I'm also a professional photographer.
Yeah.
Right. So it's like I was looking at it like, all right, this is gonna help me in multiple ways. It's not just gonna be, oh, I'm just buying this for maybe one day we'll get the podcast. But nah, like, all right, I'm gonna buy this stuff. I'm using it. There are podcast specific items I bought because I was like, you know what? I'm not about to have us out here looking crazy. Like you just told me off air. Someone was like, the audio quality is hella good. But if I had
audio quality is hella good.
If I had kept those cheap mics I got the first time,
we had lavalier mics.
Lavaliers,
we had a
boom mics.
Yeah,
we had another different type of podcast mic. I went to the Guitar Center. The dude was like, "I got you. This is what you need."
And mind you, but go ahead. But what I was gonna say is this still ties into what I said though.
Yeah.
You're still buying stuff for the bigger purpose.
Yeah.
It wasn't like you just buying cameras just cause. It was like,
right,
I'm buying these cameras for when we need them, for when we open up ours, and then for when I go to work when I'm doing over here as well. So it's like, cause remember you bought what? You bought like two, was it? I don't know if it's A7 RAs.
Don't be putting the equipment out there.
Look, I can't even. That sounds like a whole math equation. A plus B minus C squared.
I bought some good cameras for.
He bought some damn good cameras.
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah, so I mean,
hey, that is what it is.
That is what it is.
Moving on.
You wanna move on? Cause we be bouncing back and forth. We chilling today. We just vibing.
We vibing.
So this might be completely different from what we just talked about, but I think it's let's say I think it'll be worth the conversation to have.
And he's not her. She's effectively almost useless.
Show yourself.
If a man is with a woman and he's not her, she's effectively almost useless. And if you don't, once again, ask the guys here, how many of y'all been on a date with a bitch you don't like? We don't do that shit. You guys do that shit. Why? Because women are able to extract value from men that they don't like. The thing is this, y'all don't like me pointing y'all feet to the fire. You want us to provide value to you while you don't have to provide value to us. Fuck that shit. I'm over here waking guys up. If a girl ain't fucking you, you kick her to the curb. She's effectively useless. That's why guys sit here in the friend zone. How many of y'all have a dude in the friend zone right now? Every one of y'all probably has a dude in the friend zone right fucking now. Facts. I don't got no bitches in the friend zone because women are useless most of the time if they're not sucking your dick. And that's the God honest truth.
You shut me up before I even start.
Go ahead, Cuddy. How you feel about that?
So I'm gonna step back and
step back to reality. Oh, there goes gravity. Yo, he don't down. He don't down. I don't know. Go ahead.
We gotta have Jay-Z on the podcast one day.
Yeah. I'm gonna call him up after we get off this one.
Hey, no, I'm gonna go to Fiverr, have somebody find his email address. And we gonna email him to come on the podcast. What you talking about?
Hey, we gonna be on Rock Nation in a minute. Watch.
Right.
We're gonna be on Rock Nation. But go ahead, Cuddy. How you feel about this?
I want to step back. So I don't want to look at this just from a woman point of view or women.
Okay.
I'm gonna look at this from a person point of view.
All right. Talk to me.
I've talked about this on the podcast multiple times.
Yeah, we talked about it off camera as well.
Reciprocal value, right? People in my life need to provide value to what I'm doing.
Right.
So you gotta, if you're a woman, it's got to be a romantically physical value.
Yeah. Every time.
Or
okay.
We got to be able to move each other's businesses forward. It has to be like a synergy like a mastermind type thing. Like
Okay.
you got to help me move my business forward. I'm helping you move your business forward. For guys, you just got to be helping me move my business forward. If
Okay.
you're not, then deuces. Like,
So yeah, let me ask you this: you don't think having like an emotional connection to somebody or like a non-business relationship with someone is beneficial to you?
it can be, right?
Mm-hmm.
So I think, but an emotional connection that's beneficial is still adding value.
Got it.
Like however it goes, the relationship has to add value. It has to make me feel better about myself. It has to has to move my business forward. It has to make me feel good physically, mentally, or emotionally or spiritually. But if someone's just there and every time they're around, I'm just like, and they just and they're
But that's different though. That's different. Somebody with low energy can be. You can have somebody that's pushing your business forward with low energy.
low, but they're still adding value. I'm not talking about low energy. I'm talking about someone who, they take energy vampires, money.
Yeah,
vampires.
even somebody with bad energy, they can still be beneficial if they're working for you. Let's just say we have somebody working for you, Good Digital, but they always coming in complaining about some shit. We don't want to hear all that. Like, we want to hear what you're doing, like progressive. We want to hear some good stuff. Why are you coming into this room with the negative energy? But they still work for us. They still add value. I mean, how do you feel about those type of people?
Unless you like family or someone so close unless you like married to my life,
Yeah,
I'm leaving that type of person alone.
got you.
Because it's like, that negative energy is just so like,
it's hard to shake.
it's hard to shake,
Yeah.
and it's like, I just don't want it around. Like, I want people moving forward. Like, even like sometimes when I have like, and I'm in a negative headspace, like I try to like do things to get out of that space and try not to drag people down. I don't look at the world from a victim mentality.
Me neither.
People trying to take
you
advantage.
don't?
No,
Oh, okay.
I don't
So
think.
when we have that black people in the victim mentality conversation, I don't want to hear nothing no more when I say what I say when I say it.
All right. Anywho,
All right.
troll Liv Mosey.
I'm so serious.
I know you serious. He's kind of trolling, but mostly serious.
All
But
right.
like, I had a person around me, and they were like, "Oh, this person's trying to take advantage of me. This people's and this person and this," and it's just like about how the world is against them. I'm like, even though I've had obstacles and roadblocks,
Right.
I don't think the world is against me.
I used to be like that. I used to be one of those people that used to think the world was against me because I was so my bravado was very, you know what I'm saying, and not that it was the world, it was just my world.
Yeah.
The people in my world felt some way, and I couldn't shake the energy because I would try to tell myself, no, it's not like that. So I would verbally say the world or people instead of just addressing my world, and the people that I have in my world were the issue and not the world. Because there's so many people that support me. Like anything I do, there's people that's out there that really, really, really rock with me for whatever and whenever. So I noticed that about myself, and I changed, and I noticed more people started gravitating towards me.
Yeah, and it's just difficult, man, being around people like that. Like the only time.
But let's not get off topic. Okay.
So what's the topic? Bring us back.
Myron saying women are useless, basically, unless they give you some nectarine, unless they blow your socks off, unless they're giving you that
3,000, 9,000
with the tornado twist.
Um,
Is that how you feel, Oscar? Come on, be misogynist. Be a misogynist
I'm not
on this podcast.
I'm not a misogynist.
Be a masseuse.
Be a masseuse. I will say, I look for value to be added, whether it's romantically or professionally, or like emotionally or spiritually. But value has to be added.
I think men like Myron actually never got women that they liked in their life until they got money. and maybe they're speaking from a point of the women didn't like me until I became who I was, which can be true.
Yeah, it
But
definitely is true.
I've never had a problem with women. You know me. I've always, even with my female friends, I like to keep my female friends around me more than my male friends. I believe women have so much value to add to a man, and that's not even just talking about a sexual relation. That means the relationship across the board. There are rooms, I don't care what goes on, unless you like Jay-Z or like Diddy or Warren Buffett, those type of people. There are going to be rooms that men can't get in.
Oh, absolutely.
And a woman that ain't got a pot to piss in but look the part will be able to walk in those rooms and be able to maybe get you that meeting that you want. Or maybe, I know the CEO because I went on a whatever and we ended up being cool because I was at his party and I'll plug you in. I'll get you in. You know what I'm saying?
But so my question to that though, I don't think that's a woman that just looks good, right? I think that's someone who
I'm
strategic.
I'm talking to the point of what Myron was saying.
Okay.
I'm talking to the point of him saying women are useless around, like unless you basically having sex with them. Like, why do you always have to have sex with a woman in order for her to be around? Does that make sense?
That does make sense. You thought I felt that way.
We had this conversation offline, and I did the way you explained it kind of seemed like that.
Right.
So when you broke it down, kind of what you just did right now, it's like, I mean, what you said, you can apply that to anybody.
Yeah, that's what
I don't want to be around anybody that's not contributing to my life. I don't want to be around anybody that's not, because it wasn't your point wasn't based on sex.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? It's like, what are you adding to my life that's going to make me want to be around you? And when you said that, I'm like, oh, okay. I see his point. But when dudes talk like that, it's like, dog, like for real.
But also with his thing, that might just be a show, right?
Yeah.
That's a caricature he made because
But you don't think stuff like that is detrimental to
absolutely is detrimental. Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely. I don't even know what you're about to say, but I know it's detrimental.
But yeah. I'm about to say detrimental to like the young dudes coming up. There's a lot of people that watch that show. And there's a lot of people who don't know that fine line between entertainment and actually living the lifestyle. You know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah, in that way, it is very detrimental. I think a lot of stuff, and we've talked about it on the podcast, a lot of stuff has multiple pieces to it that people don't see on the outside, right? Like, my question to him would be, how do you get so many women on your show if that's really how you feel?
That's a great question because those women are adding value. If we wouldn't watch his show if those women weren't up there.
Right. So
let's be real. If he didn't have 8 to 9 women around sitting at that table, I don't think nobody would watch his show. And for me, that's already adding value because you make money off these women. We don't even know if you pay him or not.
Right. So it's like either he's paying them or he never gets repeat guests.
Yeah.
Right?
No, I think he has a couple repeat guests.
If he has repeat guests, he's going against his point. And I need young people to understand what you see on the internet
is not real.
Reality.
Yeah.
There's so much more that goes on behind those closed doors after that hour and a half is over, after that 2 hours is over. You think you know these people's lives, you do not know these people's lives. I worked with multiple influencers, and what they do off camera, it's completely different than what they do on camera.
I've worked with celebrities.
Like, what they do off camera
is completely different. They are completely different people from what you see every day on your TV screen.
And what they do on camera is calculated to make and to cause a certain response.
Yeah.
It's a business.
Because any publicity is good publicity. Why can't I say that word?
Publicity.
Say that 10 times.
Publicity.
Say nap lap 10 times fast.
Nope.
Say it.
No.
I'm gonna say it. Count it. You ready? 1, 2, 3. Now blah 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 blah. Yeah, I start to blah blah and some shit. But yeah, other than that, I just feel like dude really is
It's a character.
But to me, he a nerd. I can just tell. Like you can just tell some people that just like, and I say nerd, I don't mean like somebody that's into like comics and somebody that's really into themselves. I'm talking about he's like
he's someone who didn't get women until he got money.
He's a loser. Like
yeah.
The way he talk about women is just like, now I'm starting to see what women say. Dang, do you even like women at this point in time? I'm starting to really understand that. Like, dog, like you mean to tell me the only way you can hang out with a woman or be around a woman is if there's some type of sexual encounter going on? Like
that's crazy. That cray.
That's yeah. Anyway, so I got another video for us.
Okay.
You sent it to me. It's actually one of my favorite content creators. I follow him. A guy named Andre Norman. Yeah, so I'm gonna just play the video for y'all. Oh, am my phone right now?
Anybody ever hear Bitcoin? I know. Sometimes if you had a great idea and your friends told you, "Oh, that's dumb," it doesn't make sense. Does anybody ever hear Bitcoin? How many people in this room legitimately heard of Bitcoin before it was $1,000 and thought about buying it, but people told you it was stupid? I'm like, this is stupid. This 2 Chinese guys in the basement playing with computers, they're gonna steal my money. That's what I thought. I said, this is dumb. It was probably like $700 when I heard about it. They were like, yo, I said, is this regulated? Is this set? Is this? Is that? I said, man, there's 2 Chinese dudes in the basement. And as soon as they get to a certain point, they're going to pull the plug and take everybody's money. It's the biggest scam ever. That $700 a share went up to $60,000 a share. And for the people who got in less than that, it was more than that. But it was just like people around me told me it was a dumb idea. So I believed them and I got on board with it's a dumb idea. With no knowledge, no history, no study, no research.
Shout out to Andre Norman. He is another person. I know we talked about prison earlier. He did a very long stint in prison, and he got out and became basically like a motivational speaker. If you don't know Andre Norman, I would suggest going to his Instagram and listening to him. He got a lot of game, he got a lot of knowledge. But
I don't endorse a lot of people, but I would say follow him.
Yes, you do, nigga. You be endorsing what's his name? Zippy Zipper. What's his name?
Who?
Zig
Ziglar?
Yeah.
I don't endorse a lot of people. That's 2 people I've endorsed on the podcast. That's not a lot of people. It's not a lot of people.
Point taken. So how do you feel about this video?
I think it was one time I came to you with a specific idea and you were like, nah.
Yeah.
And I wanted us to create a rule when we bring ideas to each other.
We bring solutions.
All we do is say, how can we make this work? Versus just saying, no, it's stupid.
I'm with that.
Because
I'm with that. We can shake on it live. I'm with that.
And the reason is, to his point, right, is like you may hear about something and I don't want to be the person who steers you away from doing something that could be hella beneficial, right? So let's just, instead of saying no, it won't work, let's look at all the ways that it could work and what has to be done to make it work. Right. Now, once we do that, if it's not feasible to chase the idea, then don't chase it. But in this situation, it's $700. People go spend $700 in a club, on shoes, on just hella random stuff, when they could like take a risk on an investment. If it don't pan out, it's just like that night. Yeah, it's just like that night you went out and wasted all that money. So it's just like,
and we've been there a couple times, haven't we?
Bruh. More than a couple times.
Right.
And that's my thing. Like, so sometimes that's like, when you look at me like, why'd you just buy that piece of equipment? I'm like, it's better than spending it out at the club. And
as soon as you say that, I go, you right. Because we spent that on bottles in the club.
Yeah. And so it's just like, I think people should build circles that says, when you bring ideas to them, they say, how can we make it work? How can we support you? Let's figure it out. Let's work it out. And then see if it's feasible to move forward with. But I like that video specifically because I've done it. I've let people talk me out of stuff.
Yeah.
And
I've done it as well. I've let people talk me out of ideas that I have. Remember I had the the clothing brand situation. I ain't gonna say too much because
Right.
but the clothing brand, that situation, I was like, well, if I have to, and I was like, yeah, but I already got. You was like, no. If that's what you want to do, that's what you're gonna do. That's what you're gonna change it to. You're gonna do this. And I was like, you're right, because at first, because I heard so many no's about it, or like, I was like, okay, people are not gonna buy into it, but they'll buy into it if it's me. You know what I'm saying? Like, but yeah, my bad, I didn't mean to cut you off.
No, you can cut me off. Like that. That's just what it is. It's just like I'm at a point in my life where now I start seeing it when people do it. Like sometimes people hate and don't even know they hating. They don't even do it. No. I think sometimes they don't even do it intentionally. Someone tells you,
so?
Yeah, absolutely. Okay. And that might just me be giving them the benefit of the doubt.
Yeah.
But it's just like, like I want people around me that's gonna say, let's see what we need to do to make it work, and then once we figure all that out, let's see if it's beneficial to move forward with.
Yeah.
I think that's better than saying, oh, that's a dumb idea. Like, because then that's a situation to where you bring an idea to someone, you and your boy sit down and try to work it out, and all y'all be like, yo, this could actually work.
That, and also somebody could bring you an idea and you be like, oh, that's weak, that's not gonna work, or maybe not that blunt, but like, maybe give the reasons why it's not gonna work. A couple weeks, year 2 later, you see somebody else doing it, make $1 million off of it. Now you're looking at each other stupid. You know what I'm saying? Like everybody looking like.
And what's even funnier, a lot of the ideas I've had, not a lot, but there's been ideas I've had. One time I was like, oh, there should be an online tailoring where you can ship your stuff off, get it back and everything. And the people I was around at the time said that was dumb.
Yeah.
I literally got on my computer, Googled it, and someone was already doing the idea I thought of.
Making so much money off of Bradley.
Right. So it's just like a lot of times, if your idea isn't already out there, then you should go and make it. And if it is already out there, you should still try to do it.
I'm about to say, if it is out there, just still do it. Maybe do it your way.
Yeah.
There's always going to be somebody that paints. But maybe the method of painting might change for you.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Instead of painting with brushes, you might paint with microphone. What is this? Microphone shit. You might take this off and dip it in the paint, and you paint with that.
Basically, you may revolutionize the industry by your approach.
It's and that's when the creative part comes into play with the idea. You get creative, but I mean, nobody really is going to reinvent the wheel. But
or you might reinvent it and make it better, like the all-purpose tires.
Not reinvent, excuse me. Nobody's going to invent the wheel again. It's already invented.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So, but the way life is going, the idea of the wheel and moving an object forward is always going to be there. And now you just have to figure out how to make it easier for somebody, or more affordable for somebody, or looks cooler for somebody, or make it a luxury wheel. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's just different levels to that shit.
Well, one of the sayings I hate, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. I hate that saying.
That only applies to certain things.
Well, how I look at it, if it ain't broke, make it better. Period. If it ain't broke, make it better.
Yeah.
We already got a wheel. We had a wheel. Somebody made it into a tire. Then somebody made it to all-weather tire.
Yeah.
Somebody made it into 22s.
Somebody put traction on that thing.
Yeah. Somebody made it spinners. So when you stop, the wheels keep spinning. Shout out Big Timers.
But
basically what I'm saying is just like, if it ain't broke, make it better. So if you got an idea to improve upon something, improve upon it.
Build on it and just do it. You never know where it may take you. And it's okay to fail.
Yes.
It's okay to fail. I was watching well, this has nothing to do with failing, but I was watching the Shannon Sharp Club Shay Shay interview with Marshawn Lynch, and he was asking Marshawn Lynch, like, you got the blenders, he got like blenders for health, he got a restaurant, he got the clothing brand, he got cleats, he got cannabis. He was just like, where does this come from? He was like, I'm a hustler. We come from North Oakland. I think he's from North Oakland. And he was like, it comes with the grind, and it's business. And then like the more he just kept talking, the more and more I realized like the Jay-Z's of the world, the Diddy's of the world, the Nipsey Hussles of the world. I'm just naming people that, because there are people like that probably don't have a big name like them. They are around, but just to give examples, those type of people, we got to start getting behind more. Like it's okay to have more than one idea. You don't have to always be one man band or one man band, and I say that as like one idea. You know what I'm saying? Like
most wealthy people have multiple streams of income.
Yeah, they say you need 7 streams of income to become a millionaire.
There you go.
I mean, you could probably become one off one, but
you could become one off one, but to maintain and grow it,
you need 7. So I understood that, and that's kind of like, basically my point is, go out, try new things. Don't let people deter you from your ideas and what you may have going on. You know what I'm saying? Because you never know. Your blessing is for you.
Yep.
It's not for anybody else.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? Like God may have a calling for you to do this specific thing, but since you asking this person over here who's not going to see that vision, now you just either took yourself off the path or you just prolonged the situation.
Yep.
And we don't want to prolong. We want to get to that mother-loving bag.
Get to the bag.
Cuddy, I got another video for you.
All right, let's go.
On how dating should be. In the beginning of dating, most women want to be courted and taken out, therefore men have to spend money on them. In the beginning of dating, most men want to fuck. They do not have clear intentions yet, but fucking is always one of their wants. Most women tend to not fuck on the first night, but men still gotta pay on the first date. So don't kill me, ladies, but how is it fair that men have to spend money on you since day one, but men do not get what they want since day one? Since you ladies want to know the man a little more before you decide to share yourself with him sexually, which I totally understand and encourage, I think men should not pay for dates. Logic, right? Men should remove their money since you are removing your pussy. Each other's wants should be put on the back burner until we get to know each other and feel comfortable. During that time, 50-50 should be applied on all dates, dinners, activities, everything. Once you reach that point of comfort, you ladies can give up the box and you men can start spending money on ladies. Like that, nobody gets used, nobody complains about, oh, bitches only want me for my money, and oh, motherfuckers only want me for my pussy. It's not win-win. This is my take on how dating should be. In the beginning of dating.
Shout out to, what's her name? Melly Monaco.
We got to get a woman host.
Yeah, we for sure do.
Like
that topic is crazy, but she
it's interesting.
She's an influencer, and that's what she does. Okay, so she's that's her game plan. Okay, understood. I'm gonna have to tap in with her and see what's going on. So how do you feel about that, Cuddy? How do you feel about the if a woman wants the money, she got to give up the box, and if a man wants the box, he got to give up the money, basically a 50 or go 50-50 until we can figure it out. How do you feel about that?
I'm not opposed to that, but I sent that video to some women too, and one of the things they brought up was all the preparation that goes into women to go on a date, like hair, nails, makeup, dress, and everything. The amount of money they spend just to go on a date.
What that got to do with us?
I mean, some women might look at it as, oh, well, since I spend all this, then I should get the free meal.
So they just said, you know what? We coming in sweats and Hanes balls, and we don't get prepared like we don't wear $200 colognes, like we don't wear
and Jordans, and
we don't wear 2-3. That's
not
it. Let's skip the Jordans. I ain't got these $700 Pradas on. These $1,500 what the name is? Rick Owens.
I think
like they missed. They feel like because they physically do more. Because let's be real, they have a lot of a little they got to get ready, like makeup. It's not really expensive makeup, but you got to get a lot of it.
Right.
And it could add up.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
We need to have a woman on for this definitely. But what I will say is, it's funny when I saw this video, I was like, that sounds really transactional.
It sounds like, yeah.
Like, think about it.
Yeah.
It sounds really transactional.
It sounds like I might as well drive down, E14 or Y Ave in Sacramento, E14 in Oakland. And I might as well just put, what's up, pull up, get in. You do your thing. I give you the money.
Right.
Not that I would do something like that, but that's what it sounds like.
Right. It sounds real transactional. Yeah. But the other thing that I take away from what she said was traditional gender roles are gone.
Out of here.
They're out of here, and we got to find a way to make things work that work for all parties involved.
Right.
So you have women and men who both still believe in traditional gender roles. That's the type of partner you should seek out.
Yeah.
If you don't believe in traditional gender roles, you seek out a partner who shares that with you. It's interesting. A lot of the women that I end up going on dates with, they like paying.
Yeah.
Like one of my ex-girlfriends, she told me, like, on the first day we went out and got tea, right? Because since I do like a lot of online dating.
That's another question I want to ask you. Thank you for saying that, but go ahead, I'm listening.
Since I do a lot of online dating, the first meeting I'm like is a vibe check. So I'm not spending over $20 for a vibe check.
I love that you saying this because this was always my point in the beginning. Mm-hmm. Like I've never, like even when this conversation came up, and I don't mean to cut your story off, mm-hmm. but I just kind of know you about to get into it, and I kind of want to talk about it. My thing is I never would take women out on like expensive dates when we first got, when we first started hanging out. I want to take you to places to where it brings out your personality. Yeah. Going out to eat, it's cool. We can have conversations, but do we need to go out to an expensive restaurant? Do I have to spend, XYZ money on you? No, not on the first date. If I get to know you and that's something that I want to do later on, cool. But I don't have to do that. If I want to, because I want to go, and that's something that I want to do.
And I want you to accompany me.
That's cool, because that's like saying, like, I'll go eat here. I'll go eat at Crustaceans without you. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? I can do that without you. I don't need you to be here for me to do that. Right. You can accompany me if that's what you want to do. Right. But I feel like we just came up different, bro. Like you had to actually really have to talk to a woman before she gave you her number, and you had to go. You know what I'm saying? Like she had to feel you out. You had to feel her out. Like sometimes I always tell my young boys like this: when you meet a girl and you're really interested, and when you're really interested into her, take her to a nice coffee shop. Take her to get something that you like to see how she reacts. You get what I'm saying? Like I told him, like I like to eat acai bowls. So let's say if I'm meeting a nice young lady, I'm like, what's up? You know what I'm saying? What you doing this weekend? Oh, I'm chilling. What's up? All right, cool. I got a spot. I want to take you. You know what I'm saying? Let's go chit chat.
Take them somewhere that is conducive to your personality. Yeah. So you could see if you all have similar personalities and vibe the same way, right? Yeah. And also like when I meet women out and about, if I'm like at a gas station or a grocery store, or I've seen her several times and then we exchange numbers, I'm more apt to do the expensive dinner date then because I've already vetted you in the situation. Right. But a lot of times you don't get that vetting.
And that's sad because I blame it on, it's not like a man and a woman thing for me. It's more like I feel like people just got to understand what they want. Yeah. Like if you're a man and you want to take a woman out, don't lead with your wallet. True. You know what I'm saying? Like, I want to get this, that, XYZ. Let me take you over here. Well, all right, cool.
And also I've noticed.
Free game.
But when you do creative dates, the woman will like you more. If you lead with your wallet, you'll always be using your wallet.
I've entertained women and never had to pull out my wallet, not one time.
Because there's so much that you can do that's free or entertaining that doesn't revolve around money.
And just like you said, sometimes when we go out, they'll pay. Because they Free. Watch this. Watch how I do it. Fellas, if you really in your bag, she'll try to prove her worth to you and not the opposite way around. And I don't say that in a negative connotation. I don't want people to be like, well, women, every woman is worthy. I'm not saying that. You just got to read between the lines.
Yeah.
She will go, if you are doing what you're doing and making her feel how she's supposed to feel,
she'll want to take care of you.
She'll want to take care of you. She'll want to be like, I'm not even worried about your money. I got you. What you want? What you need? Just be like, women really do like, and I say women, not them other ones, not the hyenas. I mean women. They really do like simple shit.
Oh yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Just being mindful. I'm really like a gentleman. Mm-hmm. When I like somebody, I'm a gentleman's gentleman. You know what I'm saying? Like I won't let you walk on the street side
outside.
Of the street side of the curb.
Opening doors.
I may not open your door because I'm not a chauffeur. Chauffeur.
Do you stand up when they walk to the table?
I will, because I'll stand up and give them a hug.
Okay, close enough.
But I mean, it's the, you know what I'm saying? Like it's the gesture of me getting up. You know what I'm saying? I'm not about to just stand up and salute to your ass or nothing like that. But I'm gonna stand up and acknowledge your presence.
Right.
I walk in the room. I say hi to people. You know what I'm saying? I do know how to compliment women in a non-sexual way that could make it sexual, I guess you could say. Because I know a lot of women who like those compliments that's not like very like, oh, you got a fat ass type. And then, you know what I'm saying? Oscar. You know what I'm saying? Like it's really how you approach a woman and how you talk to them. They want to be
courted. And courting doesn't always mean money.
Yeah, I was gonna say they want to be talked to, not at.
Oh yes. Very true.
That's what I was gonna say.
Okay.
They want to be
even better.
And sometimes majority of them want to be heard and not seen. So whether they're pretty, all this, that's
deep right there. Heard and not seen.
I'm giving away the free game, Cuddy. I'm trying to tell you. A conversation and just being like, oh yeah, you know, whatever the conversation may be, will get you probably further than saying, oh, I got this and I got that and this and that, because after a while, let's say y'all do start messing around, she gonna see who you really are.
And not like it.
And then you're gonna be going through her text messages holding your chest because she over here with the dude who don't got half as much as you.
But make her feel special.
But he talking to her the right way. Mm-hmm. He listened to her.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? He the dude that's you know, making her feel appreciated. It's kind of like what we talked about in the last pod when we was like, even though we're not together, make the woman feel appreciated.
Yep.
Make her feel appreciated. Talk to her, bro. Like, listen to what she got going on. Tell me about your day. What do you like to do?
Right.
Oh, I want to do this when I did it. All right, cool. Let's figure out how to do that.
Yep. Be a partner.
And you ain't even got to be a partner. Just be you. Like, actually, be you and communicate with that person.
Like, add value to their life.
And it all boils back to adding value to the life
of the people that you're around.
Come on now, I'm trying to tell you, because I do. But going back to her point, I do believe if a woman expects a man to pay, then I feel like she should expect him to also want something else as well,
something in return,
and that's the expectation aspect of it.
Yeah,
and I feel like everything should be brought to attention in the beginning. Mm-hmm. Like, look, these are my intentions. This is what I'm not going to do.
Yeah.
But we can hang out. I don't feel comfortable doing that. If you choose to hang out with me at this point in time and to, then let's do it. And that goes on both ends.
Yeah.
For a woman, I'm not giving out any coochie on the first date. I'm not like that. If you want to hang out with me, I'm still cool, open to hanging out with you to fill you out. On the flip side, man, look, we're not going on expensive dates.
Yeah,
I it's not that I don't have it. It's just that I don't have the time to waste, the money to waste with you. Let's figure out if we like each other.
Yep, vibe check.
If we work out, I got you. If we don't, we can still be cool, and I got you as a friend.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So it's really just communication. You dig what I'm talking about? But yeah, we've been on the road today, huh?
Yeah, I think we had about an hour at least.
We had about an hour.
About an hour.
Ooh. I was going to ask you this question, but you said you're going to have it next pod.
Oh, the goals or whatever.
Goals for next year.
Yeah. Hold me accountable. Next fight, I gotta bring the goals.
Oh, that's another thing I posted on my Instagram. I'm glad you said that. I just wanted to know what you thought about this. I posted on my my Instagram story. I said, holding someone accountable is another form of love.
Hell yeah.
You feel that way?
Yeah.
Okay, explain. Go ahead. Tell me what you think about that. Because I said it off of off the strength of like that's how I am with people. That's a personal thing that I do. I hold people accountable around me because I want to see you be great because I see the greatness in you.
Right.
Even you know what I'm saying?
It's hard because I really hate being held accountable. I'm not going to lie.
I feel like we all do.
Right.
Yeah.
But I think it's important because otherwise, sometimes people won't do stuff. Like I won't do things sometimes if I don't have something holding me accountable to it. Right. Whether
you a bust ass. I mean, cuz you a buster. Remember I was like, Cuddy, let's go to the gym. I need somebody to hold me accountable. I need an accountability partner. You said, look in the mirror.
Well, for things I don't want to do.
Got you.
Like, I like working out.
This man told me to look in the mirror. I was like, you a-hole, but you're right.
Well, but accountability is different ways, right? And so how I probably should have approached that situation was, how can I support you with this?
No, you said it. You said it exactly how I would be able to receive it. Pause.
Yeah.
Because you'd have been like, how can I help you with this? I'd be like, I don't know. That's why I'm asking you. But you said it exactly how it would translate to me. Look in the mirror. And I was like,
well, I'm not,
right.
I'm not gonna lie. I was being a smart ass when I
know
said
you was.
Because like you like pick yourself up. So I was like,
look in the mirror. Man.
Look in the mirror.
Yeah.
But holding people accountable. I think people should be held accountable when they ask for someone to be accountable.
Axe body spray.
ASK. When you request someone assist you with a situation, then
black people love saying axe. I say it all the time.
I can't say what. That's why I just like use completely different words. If someone requests you to be an accountability partner, then I think you should do it and let them know what that looks like too. Like, and you guys should agree. Like, all right, you said you were going to do this by this time.
Yeah.
I'm going to check in with you. I'm going to keep checking in.
Yeah.
And the only reason that's okay, but I'll do it to an extent. Like if I check in with someone and they still haven't done it, after a while, I'm just going to be like, I'm going to stop checking in because I'm not going to waste my time.
Yeah, that's like a normal response.
Yeah, but I do think being willing to be an accountability partner or buddy with someone is a form of love because it's like sometimes people won't do stuff if they don't have someone checking in on them and checking up on them as well.
Yeah.
So I agree with that.
I just making sure we was on the. I just wanted to know what you thought about that because when I posted, I got a lot of responses from it, and to me, it's like that's normal. I thought that was like I thought that'd be like common sense, but it's like it almost sounds profound to people who don't think like that because people look at accountability as like a negative connotation there.
Right. Well, but I've said this to you. We've both had pretty solid upbringings, I feel like, and we've both had great people in our corners.
Yeah.
That have held us accountable for stuff, right?
Yeah.
Because like I've held you accountable for stuff, but in a way that's receivable to you. I'd be like, why are you doing that? And move on.
Simple.
Like,
right.
But I know that's gonna resonate and land with you. Whereas someone else, I might sit down and be like, hey, can I talk to you for a minute and go over a list of things?
Got you.
Right? Because like it's multiple times. I remember one time when you first had your clothing website, all the way back to Black Crowns.
Yeah.
I messaged you. I can't understand this words in this text. I can't understand it. And you changed it immediately. Like, but me just kind of popping in and saying, hey, cousin, boom, 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 boom.
Yeah, you made me break up with one of my exes.
Did not make you break up with
Yeah, you did.
I just presented.
No,
I
you
presented you with information.
And you did exactly what you just said. You said, bring me outside to talk. You said, cousin, can I talk to you outside? While she was there with her baby. I was 18 years old, and she was 21 or 22, and she had a baby. I remember you was like, why you with this girl?
I'm probably ask you why is she with you.
Or no, you said, I think you said like, why do you like her or something like that. That's what you said.
I just asked you some questions.
And I remember we were sitting in my grandma's house at that apartment, and I was like, he was asking me all these questions. I was like, damn, he really got a point. Like, I'm really just with her because she's fine. She didn't add value to my life. We was cool. But yeah, you did that. You for sure did. And I've been listening to you ever since. I was 18 years old. I just turned 18. Because I had met her on my 18th birthday, actually.
It's like, I was like, what the hell is going on here? I was like, this has got to stop.
And my grandma still got that
photo album with her in it.
Yeah, she in there. I'll be cracking up every time I see it because it's like, you look at it, you just be like, dang, I see why I did it, but in the long run,
completely understand.
I don't. It would have never worked out. We were on two completely different.
And that's kind of one thing I've also learned through my life. Like,
I was stepdaddy for like 2 months.
Yeah.
At 18.
Oh my God. I couldn't understand. Where I was most perplexed about that situation was, why is this 21-year-old with a child seriously dating this 18-year-old?
Just turned 18 though.
Yeah.
Like cousin, I turned 18 in the bouncer let me in the club. I turned 18 in the club. So I wasn't even 18 I wasn't even 18 for an hour yet before I met her. I walked in, instantly saw her, and we was like connected.
Yeah. And like, my thing was
Took her home that night.
There's nothing wrong with that.
Yeah, there's nothing wrong with that at all.
There's nothing wrong. I've had some long-term relationships off that.
Yeah.
But anywho, like when she found out you was 18, it was like, what value can you add to her life? And if you are adding value,
what you mean? I was really him at 17, 18. I know why she liked me, because that's when I was outside. And you know what I mean when I say I was outside.
Yeah.
I was outside. I was outside. And if that lifestyle fit her lifestyle.
Yeah.
But you could see the lifestyle I was trying to go to.
I don't even know what you was trying to do, but I knew what was going to work and wasn't going to work, and that was not working.
You did, because you knew at that point in time I was dancing and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So you knew where I was going, and I feel like subconsciously, whether you probably said it or not, you knew that that
wasn't gonna work.
That wasn't gonna work for her, because you knew the type of girl she was. It took you 30 minutes to ask. I think you was asking her questions. We were sitting on the couch and you was asking her questions, and the more and more questions you asked her, the more and more I got embarrassed. And I never get secondhand embarrassment.
I probably did grill her.
But you was grilling her like, oh, so what you gonna do? Why you dating my cousin? So you this, and where you from again? What you do? Oh, okay. So why? Because I know she said something about going to school for something. He was like, so why aren't you in school now? Like, it was just certain things that you were asking, and then you pulled me outside, and that conversation was like, all right, I get you. But you know, she was fine, and that kitty cat was just. We're
gonna have to make that a sound effect.
The kitty cat was.
I'm about to meme that. I'm about to pull that.
So look, I stayed with her, but now you opened my eyes up. I took the red pill? Is that the red pill in the Matrix?
I don't know.
I took the red pill, and I started watching her ways. And I never forget, we went to Taco Bell, and I'm not the smartest in the class, but I say I'm an intellectual type of person.
You are.
And she was just like, can I get the nacho bowl grande, and can you add some jalapenos on there?
What's the what?
Jalapenos. And even
did you break up with her right then and there?
I'm about to get to that. So even the dude on the intercom was like, what? She's like, the jalapenos. And he paused, and I can tell it registered to him too. So I could tell he was laughing and trying to, you know how like when somebody laughs, they get quiet? That's what he was doing. Because she was leaning over me, so I'm like, oh my God, this fish said jalapeno. She's like, jalapenos, the green thing? He was like, jalapenos. And when he said, she was like, yeah, that. And she sat back, paid for the meal. We driving. The whole time we driving back to her crib, I'm literally thinking in my head like, yo, this is not going to work. Oscar was completely right. Like, it's not because where I'm going, that ain't gonna fly. It ain't gonna fly at all for me personally. If we gonna date, I'm gonna have to fucking sit you in front of a book and we gonna read every day until we get you right.
Until you know how to pronounce jalapenos correct.
Couple days later, it was kind of like it was a snowball effect from our conversation that night all the way until a week later until that happened.
And just so y'all know, I don't be in his relationships trying to break him up with people.
You actually be in my relationships trying to keep me with people.
I be trying to.
If then you know what I'm talking about.
Okay.
When
I told you clean up.
That exactly.
Mm-hmm.
Get your shit together.
Yo, yeah.
You be there. So I ain't knocking you. I know, and that's another thing. And I know we rambling. We about to wrap this shit.
Yeah.
Up.
Yeah.
But I know when you give me advice, I know your intentions behind it.
Yeah. And I really try hard to only give you advice or give you information that I vetted myself.
Yeah.
Or that I feel is accurate.
Yeah.
And if something's inaccurate, I will come back to you and be like, yo, cousin, I gave you bad advice.
Right.
And here's what I learned, and here's why I know it's
through
bad
the process.
now.
Right.
Yeah. But I try really hard to only tell people stuff that I think is valid and true.
And on that note, you know what I'm saying? Make sure you like this video, subscribe to the channel. We got some big news coming. Well, I mean, we kind of already, if you watch this video all the way through, we kind of already busted it down for you in the beginning, but it's coming. But we can't wait to announce it. We can't wait to share it with y'all. We should do a soft opening, like a little soft, like, you know, invite, you know, a couple of our real friends over, celebrate, you know, document it.
You can only come over if you're going to get on the podcast.
Yeah, what he said. So make sure you like, subscribe.
I was kind of
get us to that 100,000. We really going for 100,000.
100,000.
We only at 195 subscribers right now.
It's going up.
It's going up.
It's going up.
And that's all that matters. No, slow motion is better than no motion, right?
Yep.
Again, make sure you like this video, subscribe to the channel. Go to the website, yougooddigital.com. All of our videos are updated on there as well. You can get new information and new content and new events that we might be at on there. Also, get us on the Spotify, Apple Music, anywhere you listen to your podcast or the podcast app on your phone. Anywhere, we there. We in your ear. We in your face. We trying to be everywhere. We're going to be in your house, on your TV, while you're watching dinner with your family. You dig what I'm talking about? Yeah, cousin, you got anything you want to add to that?
Going all the way up.
All the way up.
And then if you hit it with that juvenile slow motion for me.
This nigga. Freaky boy. And we out. Oh, damn, I don't think that recorded.
Oh, it recorded. I've been watching the whole time.
No, I'm just fucking with you.
I know.